I thought I was being paranoid when random men started showing up at my house, asking for me by name, with flowers, chocolates, and the kind of sleazy grins that made my skin crawl. Turns out, my teenage stepdaughter had been pretending to be me online, flirting with strangers and scamming them out of thousands. But when the truth unraveled and the cops got involved, my husband's only response was, "You're blowing this out of proportion." They were overly affectionate, sometimes flirty, and always addressed to someone named Jessica. I'm not Jessica. I'm a 42-year-old woman named Amanda, and I've been happily married for 12 years, or so I thought. At first, I figured it was just a wrong number. But they kept coming. Different names. Different men. All thinking they were talking to someone named Jessica. One night, a message came that said, "I mailed you the bracelet. Hope you love it, babe." Bracelet? I asked my husband if he knew anything about this. He brushed it off, saying, "Scammers are getting smarter these days. Just block the numbers." But something didn't feel right. I started digging. What I uncovered still makes me sick to my stomach. My 19-year-old stepdaughter, Natalie, had been living with us while taking community college classes. She's always had a complicated relationship with me. Never outright hostile, but distant. Cold. Like I was invading her space just by existing in her father's life. One afternoon while she was at class, I opened our shared family laptop. I didn't mean to snoop, but her email was open. That's when I saw it, dozens of messages from men. Subject lines like, "Did you get my gift? You looked beautiful on FaceTime last night. Can we meet in person soon?" I clicked through, and my jaw dropped. She was pretending to be me. Not just using my name, she used my photos, my job title, I'm a dental hygienist, my hobbies. She even copied my writing style from social media posts. She created fake dating profiles on multiple platforms, crafted romantic backstories, and lured these men into sending her money and gifts under the guise of a serious long-distance relationship. She was catfishing using my identity. And she was good at it. There were detailed chats about my favorite wine, the book I was reading, and even fake selfies. She'd edited old pictures of me, adding filters or changing backgrounds. One guy sent her $800 in Amazon gift cards. Another mailed her designer perfume and a purse. One even claimed to have sent her $2,000 for medical bills. Total? Over $3,000 in goods and money. All under my name. I confronted Natalie when she got home. Her face went pale. "It was just a joke," she mumbled. I was bored. I wasn't going to actually meet anyone. A joke? That joke involved real men, real money, and my real identity. My husband, Mark, stepped in and tried to downplay it. "Let's not blow this out of proportion. She's a kid. She didn't mean harm." But I had already printed out evidence, screenshots, emails, even the return addresses on some of the packages. "She committed fraud," I said. "She impersonated me. This isn't a prank. It's illegal." Mark begged me not to go to the police. He said it would ruin her life, and that we should handle it as a family. I agreed, to think it over before acting. But then things got worse. 2 days later, while I was home alone, they came to the door. 2 men. One tall and stern, the other shorter but clearly angry. They asked for Jessica. When I said, "I think there's been a mistake," they pulled out printed screenshots of the messages Natalie had sent. And those photos? Me. Smiling, posing with our dog, standing in front of our house. "She said she lived here," the taller one said. "You're not the woman I've been talking to." I froze. My hands were shaking. One of them looked genuinely heartbroken. The other looked ready to explode. They thought I had scammed them. I managed to convince them to leave peacefully, promising to explain everything. But I called the police the minute they were gone. I handed over all the evidence and explained the situation. Natalie was questioned the next day. It turns out this wasn't the first time she'd done this, just the most elaborate. Several of the men had already filed reports. She's now facing multiple charges, including fraud, identity theft, and online harassment. And my husband? He's furious with me. He said I betrayed the family by involving the police. That Natalie needed therapy, not handcuffs. That I should have taken care of it quietly. You just ruined her future, he snapped. No, I replied, she did that herself. Our marriage hasn't recovered since. We sleep in separate rooms. He barely talks to me. And Natalie? She's staying with her biological mother until her court hearing. I've changed all my passwords. Locked down my online presence. Installed surveillance cameras. I still check the door twice before opening it. But what hurts most is that my husband didn't stand by me. He stood by the person who violated my privacy, stole my identity, and put our entire family at risk. And now I'm left wondering, if your partner chooses their child over you in a crisis, were you ever really part of the family at all?